I am JIA, CHEN, the presenter of this case to explain the significance and background of this case. This case is about the conflict between the wharf owner and the owner of ships. The Moorcock, who was the ship owner, contracted with wharf owners for the space to unload his cargo. However, the ship got hit on the rock, because the tide went down.
In ship owners' perspective, the wharf is responsible to keep their ship safe while docked at their jetty. The ship owners argued it must have been an implied term of the contract that the riverbed was safe.
The wharf consider that they have no responsibility to ensure the vessel's safety, because there is no provision in the contract to keep the ship safe. The ship owner, Moorcock, appealed to the Court of Appeal for this conflict. Finally, the ship owners were successful in their appeal. The court considered that the wharf owners had already checked the state of riverbed adjacent to the jetty every day. They could definitely find a ridge of rock. They had the duty of care to warn the ship owners any potential crisis. Failure to warn would have been actionable and tort. This is a restricted term was sufficient to protect the ship owners, because it was necessary to make the contract business efficacy. The wharf owners must check if there was rock around the wharf to ensure the safety for the users. The contract didn't disclose all information to both sides to make the Moorcock case happen. There are some kinds of the trust consideration to both sides of parties. The definition of ratio decision is the legal proposition which is essential to the case. That means any case must stand as legal authority which is based on the moral, legal and social principles. Any decision-making from court should be reasonable, to achieve the fairness of the judgment. In Moorcock case, the court considered that the defendant has responsibility to the damage of the plant of ship. According to ratio decidendi, the decision made is based on the defendant has the duty of care on any ship at their jetty, because the contract signed was to use the jetty. If the ship got damaged at jetty, the jetty could not be used. The Moorcock case develops the contract laws that will apply into commercial agreements to give the business efficacy. The Moorcock case has been the doctrine of precedent to judge the further similar case. That indicates the development of the common law system. Thanks for your attention.